Yeah, you know, that's actually the most common question that people ask me when I travel around the world preaching the gospel. And, you know, I preach in Europe, in America, in Asia. I was just in the United Kingdom probably a few months ago, and I was preaching in a cathedral there. This was not in a crusade. This was not in Africa. This is not in India. This is in a stuffy cathedral in Great Britain. Stained glass windows, pipe organs. And I prayed for a sick lady there. She had had a stroke when she was 3 years old. And that stroke had left her completely paralyzed on the left side of her body. But not only that, but because she'd had the stroke at such a young age, her left foot had stopped growing. So she had this shriveled up small left foot and a normal sized right foot. Well, when I prayed, the power of God came on her and completely healed that left side. Suddenly she realized her right arm could move. Her left arm could move, her left leg could move, and then she and her mother stood there and watched as the left foot literally grew before their eyes to the same size as the right foot. When she left the meeting that night, there was no shoe on her left foot because it didn't fit anymore. I mean, literally the shoe didn't fit anymore. And so, you know, I actually have a problem with the question, why do more miracles happen in Africa? Because I simply don't see it. I think that given relative numbers, of course, in Africa we're preaching to crowds of hundreds of thousands. So just given the numbers, you're going to see more people healed. But relatively speaking, I think the same number of people are healed in the Western world as in Africa, and in some instances I would say even more. But the question reveals a problem. The question itself assumes that God does things in other places more than he does them here. And this is a human problem, because we always have faith for something if it's in the future or in the past, or if it's in a different place. And the devil doesn't mind if we have faith, as long as we have faith for another time and another place. But that's why Hebrews says that now faith is. Now. There is no such thing as faith unless it's now. Faith is in the moment. That's the definition of it. And you know, I think that the problem is in the question itself. Why does God do more miracles in other parts of the world? Hebrews says that he that cometh unto God must believe. If we come to God with this preconceived idea, no matter where we got it from, that God does more miracles in Africa than he does in America, well, we have already prophesied the outcome of our own prayer request. You can't come to God with that mentality. The God of Africa is the God of America, is the God of Europe, is the God of England, is the God of Asia. No matter where we are, his power is the same, his promises are the same. The only variable, the only thing that changes is us. And it's our own heart condition, it's our own attitude. So my response to that question is, number one, the premise is wrong. God doesn't do more miracles in Africa than he does here. And if it's not happening in your life, the problem is you.